Okay, it's day 128. This is part 3. Devin Nunes speaks at 3:30, so we'll probably go down and listen to that. It's really important for not only just talking about the FISAs, but also talking about the spy ring in Congress. And I fear he and Tom Fitton are just going to talk about the FISAs, which is important. But if you don't get to that taproot, I fear that you're not going to really solve the problem. If 123 Dropbox is still the Dropbox for all the Iran deals and all the nuke deals or whatever, we still don't have an assessment. It doesn't really change the problem, and we have really no positive indication whatsoever in none of the police reports of either the Capitol Police, none of the reports from Congress, none of the reports from the Virginia Police. So we have no idea. We're flying blind. And I was just looking at some old videos today about a year ago about the Rosenbergs. One secret, one atom bomb. So if Huma just passed one password to Palantir for any of the 30 of the Dying Core backbone agencies, that's all you need until they change the passwords. So that was what I would just say is the spy ring in Congress is way more important than just the FISA issue. The FISA issue is important. But then the other thing I would say is this shooting thing is really kind of taken all the attention away from kind of this nuts and bolts digging research. And I would just suggest after this, brouhaha blows over and people really want to get back to research, go back to the first day Rod Rosenstein, if you want on my channel to do research, go back to when Rosenstein does the Friday announcement for the 13 Russians. Because really it's the 13 Russians that's the really important thing. That's the takeaway from the shooting. It's on the same street, Northwest 80th. It's a small distance. Again, you can walk your dog, 400 yards down from 6166. Look at the 39 calls to 911 at 6166. Are those really the same shooter, the guy who's cutting himself and the guy who's doing all those things? If so, publish the calls. Let's hear them, what was said. Or are they more like the Manitoba and Lachine calls here in Virginia, where the girl's calling saying, hey, I got to get out of here, please get me out of here. And then unfortunately, the county sheriff is coming over and saying, oh, we're going to wait out here while we send in the fake cops to take the fake police report, if at all. And then it just goes away. Who knows how many calls happened here in Fairfax County at Lachine and Manitoba? We have no idea how many times they sent the fake cops in versus the real cops. There's probably more documentation in Broward County just because people did not want to permit that. But you have to look at that. Krylova on 80th. That's very important. So go back to Rod Rosenstein last Friday. The next one is going to be BOGACHEVA, the lawyer who is on that same street, on that same Hollywood beach, that's also in the indictment. The Rosenstein indictment ties all this together, and this reminds me so much of the Las Vegas shooting when everybody was giving me all kinds of leads, and I said, don't tell me anything until you get to the 37th floor with the Four Seasons and Waleed. That's the connection point, and it took about a month. So hopefully this won't take a month, and hopefully Nunes and Fitton will talk about the WAN spy ring, not just FISA.